Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ngani Titan. We're here on Fisherman's Bay. It's a tier 8 battle and I'm in the T95 E2. And this is one of those games, you might have seen games over the years if you're watching YouTube, World of Tanks on other YouTubers, particularly people like Creaky Baby and the Mighty Jingles, Des Gamer and other people who show replays where a particular game goes and just everything falls into place for the player. Well, this is one of those games for me. It's rare enough that I've seen it, but this is a game where things pretty much fell into place. The matchmaking is pretty good to start with, so I'm going to go up and head into the village to try and put a bit of pressure on the enemy around the village. Spot, sees what's coming through. There is no artillery in this game, and the enemy light tanks are making a very aggressive push through the village into our side of the map. Now I think this kind of early game aggression by light tanks is actually not beneficial to the team in the long run, because generally they're arriving and they're spotting tanks before anybody's set up to shoot at what they spot, and they're risking damage which they could should we say need later on in the game. Now this guy's already, he runs into the wall, so we punish him for that, and then he goes behind the building. But he doesn't wait for the spot to go away. He pops out again, so we shoot him again. He's done it again, but I haven't reloaded, so I can't actually issue the favour a third time. However, the IS comes out and I've reloaded for him, and I'll shoot the IS. It's early game, so I'm going to take the targets of opportunity as and when they lie, and I'm waiting for something to pop out, and I could see the light tank moving. Now he did lose the spot before he exited the building, but I managed to get him. So they're now one light tank down. Bounced that one off the IS, and I'm waiting for him to pop out. The other light tank is still running around the buildings at the other side. I thought he was going to come over to my side. Well, I'd get an opportunity there, but I missed. And the IS has popped out again, but I don't have the opportunity to shoot him. So I now pull up a bit here, and I'm waiting for the IS to pop out. He doesn't seem to be inclined to do it, so I'm thinking if I could get an angle on him at the other side of these buildings, I would maybe do him some damage. However, they're just shot by a Ferdinand there, and I don't want to be in the open in front of the Ferdinand. And that light tank also fires, and say he was spotted, and at least 3 tanks fired back at him. So I want to make sure the building's between me and whatever's up there, and I noticed the back of the IS is sticking out behind the building, so I put a round in. I didn't realise it initially, but I managed to track it. So I can sit here, I'm undetected. I've got a building between me and the big cluster of enemy tanks, and I just keep pumping rounds into this guy until he's gone. Or he repairs his strikes and moves away. And he cannot shoot back at me, he's completely helpless. There's nothing he can do about this because he's stuck there, he's stuck in place, and I move forward slightly and I spot a couple of tanks. And there's a Black Prince in the open down there, so I'm going to put some rounds into him as well. Now, however, he's not tracked, and they're a difficult enough tank to track. They're actually very strong tracks. And then he rolls off, he's gone down with the low ground at the back there. So I was going to try and peek the corner there to see if I could spot the tank destroyers. However, the heavy tanks have moved up, and I don't want to be near the heavy tanks because they're more likely to be spotted, and I don't want to be shot by somebody who really is trying to shoot a heavy tank. Now that KV5, despite having a 4-year service badge, drives out sideways there in front of 3 tank destroyers, and they set him on fire. So that's, I think, pretty much going to be the end of him. The Black Prince is still holding up things on that side there, so I decided I'm coming over the top, and I very nearly come a cropper there. Have a bit of a tactical maneuver. However, somebody else gets rid of the Black Prince, and I'm going to continue on up. I have a good chance of getting up this side. The light tanks behind me look like they're coming up to join me, and we have the heavies at the edge of the village. So if the tank destroyers come over the top to intercept me, they're going to take some punishment. doing so from those tanks. And we have the steering wheel here now. I was using HE because I thought I might have no trouble getting through the gun shield. But the penetration chances aren't great. First round was pretty good. Now I took a solid hit there from, I think, the Ferdinand. So I thought, right, I'll put the house between myself and the Ferdinand and the AT-15 and we'll start go after the Stuart Mill directly. And I'll switch back to the regular armoured Pearson because the HE just wasn't doing the business, and the AT-15's after me, so I'm not going to sit in front of an AT-15 and exchange rounds. I'm going to go hull down, keep the tank as low as possible, minimise my exposure to the gun on the AT-15 because that is a very effective tank destroyer and it's a very rapid firing gun. And it does quite a lot of damage in a fairly short amount of time. It's got reasonably good penetration as well. So, but I'm getting the better of the exchanges. He's missing so far, and I can come up. I missed that particular occasion because I think I just couldn't decide whether to shoot the Ferdinand or go for the commander's cupola on the AT-15. As I finished up, and I went for neither, which is what frequently happens when you're indecisive in these circumstances. You're better off actually having a clear idea of what it is you want to shoot, and who you want to shoot, and when you want to shoot. So AT-15 is gone. There's just this round little Borsig, and I don't get a clean shot of it. So that was the end of that. It's game over. We got 15 damaging ribbons and 13 assisted, which is not bad going. We've earned a nice bit of credits, so 26,000. Did over 3,000 damage and 2,725 assisted damage, which is pretty good as well. And we got a ace tanker, came number 1 by experience. And again, our team just outperformed the enemy team consistently on all departments. Again, they had a very high number of people who didn't manage to do any damage at all, even though our lower tier people didn't do a lot of damage. They still did some, and there's only 2 of them that didn't do any damage at all. One of whom was that KV-5 who burned out there earlier in the game. Not a great location for KV-5 really. It doesn't have the maneuverability if it's caught in the open. I wouldn't go there myself. If I was coming up that side in the KV-5, I'd actually be on the low ground on the other side. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. And if you have not already done so, please consider giving the channel a subscription. And bye for now. I'll see you soon.